do it.
Let's undo it.
So, the only question is, does anyone else have a way for us to get down off a flat-topped mountain right now? Because
Chance
the
can,
one with Featherfall.
Oh, I have a
Chance
rope
can-
of my own hair.
you know, fine.
Yeah, we have
I don't know
two
about
people
you
that
guys,
fly.
but Chance will be fine.
We have 2 people who can fly, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, if 2 people can get down okay, the party's fine.
I mean, we're the important ones.
Do we need a recap, or do you guys want to just jump right in?
Please.
I can do a really quick recap.
Sounds good.
Okay, alright, so, Hateful Sun, episode, God, no one knows anymore. Probably Ren does.
34.
Ooh! 35. What? Okay, Hateful Sun,
Off the top of
episode
their head.
34. We've been doing this for over a year. Anyway.
44, sorry.
44. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense. Okay. So, Rajat, he's like dead. He's in a pool of water. Oh my god. He was the phylactery? What bullshit. I could have literally raised Jairus and never have thought that. Anyways. So there's like wet footsteps. They're running off. We follow them. They lead to a seamstress's place, but not Madame Godiva because Glad has terrible frickin' taste. Anyways, so we go in. The seamstress, she's like, "Whoa, I'm just a little gnome, and I don't remember anything." And then, in a world where paper has been banished, tarnished, all that crap, Glad leaves a goddamn purchase order. And she signs it with
Maybe
her
it was
signature, which is adorable. And it has little horns on the S. Oh my god, so cute. Anyways, so we're like, oh, let's go to the late night inn, right? And then it's like fake Zaid or Zaiden. She's like, oh, I'm awake now. And we lock her. Oh no, we previously locked her in with a chair, probably. And she's like, I'm awake. And I'm like, don't open that fucking door. And the guys are like, we're gonna open that fucking door because they're so friendly. Anyways, so Zaiden really opens up to us in that she takes off the Zaid skin suit and it's just this like bloody mass holding it all together through magic and dark magic at that. And so the thing that was Zaid, but that was always Zaid, so we never really knew Zaid, but apparently it would lock into Zaid's memories when it was wearing her fucking skin. Skin is an interesting organ, let's just say that. So she's all like, you know, I'm pretty cool. And as it turns out, she's actually pretty cool. Anyways, we're like trying to get the frick out of here. But there is a sort of a dome of sorts, sounds familiar, preventing our exit from the late night inn. So we open the door, but there's force field. We try to crawl a hole through the ceiling, force field. Sunny went to the basement and tried to crawl a hole out that way. That would have worked. No one helped. Yeah.
Everyone else decided that was dumb. And they wanted to go visit
Look,
the Blood
you
Realm.
can take the logical solution, or you can take the magical solution. And I'm taking the magical solution every time.
Every time. But yeah. So then there was Zaid's strange ring of ruins that was all mucked up. As it turns out, it wasn't mucked up to the point that it was irreparable. So we went and we were like, boop, ba-doop, doop, boop, boop, and we drew some chalky lines, brought that magic back into the ring, and then we went through and it led us to motherfucking hell. Like, holy shit, was that place uncomfortable. It was like our new fleshy friend if they had their own living room. Like, horrifying. But from that living room of bloody death, there were other teleportation rings. And so we went and explored. Oh, crap. The first one, I think, went to the research facility to the west of Maglamund, where it was all like electric and we had to fight the ghost doctor, evil experiment guy, and we got the breath of air. the other teleportation thingy led us to where we are now on the Mesa, across from a floating freaking city in the sky. Laputia. So exciting. And then the third closed off to us. Don't know. There was also, I think, a little bit of a creepy living room situation in the middle there, but I'm not sure what was going on there. I think there were things that were going to kill us in there. Long story short. Anyways, so we're all like, oh, let's camp. And then Inqua is all like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should, like, close off this pathway, this ring pathway, from the late night inn to the creepy...
Sunny went back in. Sunny had to go back in and do important business and prove it was actually hell.
Oh, did you prove it was actually hell?
Because the creature down there didn't want to be friends.
Oh yeah. This was hell for us. I like detect good and evil.
Yeah, Sunny tried to make abomination in a blood pool.
Sunny is successful. Everybody, we all got together for a campfire, and great and wonderful. And here we are. Boom.
Boom.
Oh, hocus pocus, step on focus.
Yes.
The most important thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is important that we don't forget this. Okay, you know the whole like Naban Yuanti snake people thing?
Yep.
Not natural. It's some magic bullshit that we probably have to look into.
We've may or may not have pissed off their closest ally, so
Aww.
Well, I'm pretty sure the snake people don't want to be under the tyranny of another, so let's go start a rebellion.
Yeah, and it's really not their fault.
That city still exists because last we checked, an entire wall was being declared on.
They didn't raise the city. They wanted it for its strategic purposes and whatever's there. We need to find some UNT, start a rebellion.
City, but I am wondering if they might not keep the snake people.
Yeah, we just find where they like threw them out. We get a bunch. We start a rebellion.
Wait, we start a rebellion with the snake people?
Yes.
That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Let's do it.
Well, you've managed to successfully have a long rest. The morning sun begins to rise through the east, a little bit dimmer than usual because it's shining past a great big castle that is between you and the sun. And you look out over this beautiful mesa.
Oh, hey, the map's done.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, the map's better.
Oh god.
Oh, hey, we can actually
Whoa.
see to the west of the mountains.
The
There's a
map
fan there.
is hot.
Yo.
Oh my god. Verbanenburg?
And we went far away, huh?
Verbanenburg?
We went north, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Wait,
Sanctum
hold on,
of
the
Ichthos
floating
looks
mountain
fucking
thing has an
insane.
active volcano on it.
Yeah!
How the fuck does that work?
See Mount Volcanoes, Toby, we know that used to be covered by ocean. We know that there are volcanoes in the ocean. What problem exists here,
I know
sir?
there's volcanoes in the ocean. I played Subnautica, but that's not in the ocean. That's on an upside-down floating mountain.
Oh my god. Wait a second. Wait a hot second. Is that floating? That is
Yeah.
floating. Those are clouds
Yes.
around it. There's a
Yes.
volcano on the floating island?
Yes.
Good lord.
I
Okay.
think we're on the same page.
100%. That is some interesting recycling phenomenon going on there.
Glad to see we're on the same page.
Okay, yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
magic. Fire orb. Fire orb.
Hey, the Oasis of Black.
No,
Now it clicks for you!
it's not just the fire orb, I hope. Because this time I'm gonna be very disappointed when my island falls.
back to where it was supposed to be, I think it's gonna be cool.
Nah. You see, it's gonna be a bit slow, but I mean, if y'all want to take that island, I mean, Chance has the thing to be able to move it. So we can just go crush Chiraz with it.
What? You can move an island?
Yes, Chance went over this last time. He has the navigation orb for the floating island. If it works, you know, it should be able to move it, bring it down, etc.
Dip! Oh my god. Okay. Well, holy. What?
Is the Oasis of Black Waters really the Oasis of Black Waters when we unblacked the waters? Wait, did we just racism the water?
It was never given another name. Well, not since you've last been there, anyway.
Now it's the Oasis of the Flower Stick.
Does that mean we're
Yes.
water?
So Chance is gonna move to like the edge and like point towards the town over here, I guess. And be like,
This is actually like
Nice.
a pair of tents that you can see like very far in the distance. This was the town in question.
Oh.
Where is the town in question? Sorry.
Left.
Oh, that's not where I want to go. I want to go to the floating thing in the sky.
Because that way we can make the maximum number of friends. Who might be able to help us get on top of the flying thing. Maybe.
Chance is going to point towards the floating volcano in the sky and go, alright, there's our target. We just need to get there. They trek through the desert.
Just Sonny takes chance and rotates in 180. There we go.
And he's not budging.
Go on, Sam. It works as a great look at rotating things.
As you do that, he's just going to activate the winged boots and stand like an inch above the ground.
Does that make it easier?
Yeah.
Any longer.
Yeah, and then go like above Sunny's reach, and then continue to point towards the.
The top of the mesa is thankfully fairly square. It's roughly 50 by 70 feet in size, and there is what looks to be roughly a mile drop before you can get anywhere else.
If Sonny grabs Inqua and jumps off the ledge, would Inqua's survival instincts kick in before we hit ground?
You could try it.
Hey man.
You might not get another go.
That's gonna be fun to hear his reaction when he watches the replay.
I mean, Inqua will probably like just jump out of your way if you start rampaging towards him.
I wouldn't rampage, just walk over to him, you know, hoist him up like a baby, walk over to the edge and whoop, and then wait for Featherfall to kick in on the way down, which is totally gonna happen.
He will object to that and demand that everyone be ready because Featherfall can affect up to 5 people and he wants everyone to get down.
I think we should pack up our stuff, or we just leave it up here. I'm not one for wasting money.
Sonny gave him the bedroll to someone else.
Well, looking at where we may need to go, it's a fair distance either way, so probably be best to pack up and move camp.
It raises its head and hand. I will not be joining you. I'm gonna go back to the other place. If there's
Suit
anything,
yourself.
if there's anything you want me to bring and keep safe in there, just try to throw it onto the magic focus.
Thank you.
Okay, hi friend.
Good luck on your travels.
Good luck making friends with the thing in there. It's very unfriendly.
me too. Goodbye. And it steps on the circle. Hocus Pocus, disappear from focus.
As soon as it's gone, Chan's gonna look to the rest of the group. That is one scary fucking thing.
I like it.
We've met worse.
Wow, Chance. If anyone
There's a reason
should
why
know.
I killed mine.
Yeah. Could have had the
Give
greatest
everything.
personality.
John, most of us would kill you if there was more than one of you. You just got to pick which one we killed first.
He shrugs a bit. Alright,
One of you is enough.
two things. Those items that, what's his face there, Crystal Arm guy,
My name is Inqua.
yes, sorry. Still working on it. Still working on memorizing things. What did you find with those items? Is there anything of note?
Oh, they're all quite tasty in their own ways. I feel like some of them are going to be of better use to some of you guys. Like, these things, I'm pretty sure only one of you even owns a bow, so here you go. Inqua hands it to Dewey. To Arazid.
I own it.
Hey, by the way, if anybody comes along a longbow, I guess I should probably start carrying those.
Yeah, maybe when we get to own. Wood is rare. Wood is a commodity.
It is now you've left your ass.
Yeah.
All I have on me is things that can only be turned into gold in dress. Really, that's like where majority of my wealth is right now. So I'm kind of on the not much money side.
Oh, my gosh, you who is so
Unless
focused?
they have a blacksmith there, in which case the plate armor that I stripped off the dead guy that like Sklad's lover, I can sell that.
Oh yeah, I mean if you hold on to it, you could sell it to Bright Steel.
Back
Or
in
maybe-
Jurass, where we're not going.
Or we could
Yeah,
find
yeah,
someone
you're
in
right.
that town there.
Exactly, maybe there's somebody in that town down there.
I don't see many resources around. No big pools of water. The town must have something.
So it's between the town and going towards the big floating.
Maybe it has the water on the top of it.
Chance, as you look down and around, you see something on the ground, very rapidly moving from west to east.
Jesus.
It is some kind of large building. It almost looks like.
I'm gonna like kneel down and like squint and try and see with more detail.
Wait, if you
Roll a perception check.
Nobody told him about the goggles. I know goggles out of character. That's a 2.
It looks something like this, but on the sand.
Does anybody else see this thing going across the sands? And he's going to point it out.
Should I roll perception?
Yes.
I will also, if that is possible.
Yes.
I'm willing to help.
I would technically classify it as Chance is helping all of you guys by pointing it out.
Thank you.
God damn,
Hey,
Ollie.
I rolled my past perception.
It must be very beautiful.
Ollie, there's literally no point in you rolling again. You can't be a nat. Solas, that I'm glad you got to roll again.
So
this.
thank you.
Yep. Arazid, you can roll again to try and get that 18 higher if you like. Chance is like, no, that thing over there.
I am nothing if not consistent.
Some of
I
you
see
see
it.
it. Solas is struggling to see through the glaring sun,
Ironic.
but the rest of you are able to spot it, Ollie especially. She's used to watching Chance, so she sees it almost as soon as Chance starts pointing it out.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Yeah. What? So, what?
Chance is gonna like move his. Can he try and like triangulate or anything? Like, if he like moves his hand like following the line it's going, does it lead back to like the town?
So it's going from west to east. Do you mean, like, did it start in the town?
So yeah, he wants to like, if it's going like this way or whatever, right?
Mm.
He wants to like follow it and be like, is it logical conclusion that it come from the town?
Yeah,
Or
that's
does it like somewhere else? Like, is it coming from like
based
up
on
this
its
way? Kind of try and figure it out.
yeah, based on its trajectory. It's you would definitely reason, especially since you can't really see like anything else for like miles and miles. That seems to be where it's come from, the town.
All right, I suddenly want to go to the town. Anybody else in favor?
Yeah. Oh my God, I've been in favor of that this whole time. I mean, like, the floating island, of course, looks super cool, but you know, I love me a good town.
How do we get to island in sky?
We get there, I fly up to it and bring it down to you.
By the way,
Okay, technical question. How long can you fly for and how high is that thing?
about 4 hours.
Yeah, about 4 hours. If I don't use them beforehand, winged boots can last for up to 4 hours. I have a 40-foot movement speed. Seeing that I can dash with that, so that's 80 feet every 6 seconds.
Okay, never mind.
Span across 4 hours. I'm pretty sure I have the movement.
And that's not the only place that you can use it, if I recall correctly.
I thought I had to physically be on it to use it. If I'm not on it, then...
The holder knows where the place is, allowing you to control the structure's altitude of movement while the gem is either inside the structure or directly underneath it.
Oh, directly underneath it. So I don't even need to be on it. But
That's so dope.
I can just bring it down to us.
Speaking of bringing things down,
How we getting off this mesa?
yeah.
Okay. Everyone hug Inqua and then jump.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust that. I'm going to go down myself.
And you don't have to hug me.
Only fails to see why that's important.
Hey, Solas, can you take any weight when you're flying downward?
Kind of like looks over the edge. How far down is it?
It's
Can I
about a
roll
mile. Yeah. You can get a more accurate reading with perception if you desire.
No, I'm not going to be able to make that
Oh,
jump that high.
I'm doing very
Oh,
well.
okay, that's better.
It is
You
approximately.
only have a +1 to your perception.
It
My
is.
wisdom is my lowest score.
Me too, but I put stuff in perception.
It is more or less exactly 5,000 feet.
So
So-
5,000 feet divided by 80.
I'm like 5,000 feet. I'm like, I can't even.
I don't think
give
that
me
you're-
meters, goddamn.
That's gonna be 62.5 turns. So 62.5 movements for chance. So 62.5 times 6 seconds is going to get me to 375 seconds. So 6 minutes, but 6 minutes and 15 seconds it'll take Chance to get down.
It's about 1.5 kilometers.
Oh, damn.
Well, it might be a bit risky, but I can try.
What is that in meters?
1,524 meters.
Ah.
That's that's almost the length of Ironside 2 map.
It's almost the length of Toby's house.
But yes,
You say that, I'm looking down my own corridor and like, yeah, that's about right.
Inqua looks back. I'm not sure Featherfall will get us all the way. I'm gonna have to cast it a few times, but I hope you guys are okay with that. I mean, you better be.
or you could just drop for
not
like
wait.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
couldn't we just like
Free
fall
fall
and
for a
then
while.
like at the end you do the just don't pass out.
I'll try.
Look, are any of you too terrified to do that? Because I can probably
Yes.
carry one of you on my back.
Yeah, just take Arazid. That's all I care about. I mean, and the rest of you also.
Alright, Chance is gonna kneel down, and give Arazid a piggyback.
We're just gonna clamber on, you know.
Book buddies.
Alright, this is very annoying. I will meet you all down there, and Chance is going to activate the link boots and start walking.
I always knew Arazid was not.
So just in case things go bad, would it be possible for Ollie, whilst flying, to sugar glider herself?
You are not a druid.
No, I mean like to like extend my skin flaps in such a way that I
Oh,
like
God.
a sugar glider.
Oh, it's the one like one of those
Horrifying
lights
visual.
thing.
Like a parachute that can fly.
I mean,
You,
I guess if you were to like go into a more like Ursula K. Linguini type form, but instead of being hella poignant,
Yeah.
you could be like just hella flabby.
Yeah. Like a but like flabby, like with like it going from my wrist to my ankles. You know?
Like a flying squirrel.
Jesus fucking Christ, I love you guys.
So while these guys are like preparing themselves to jump off, Solas is going to walk over the edge, like just kind of lean forward, so he starts falling off the edge, and then as he's getting to like a point where he's about to hit something, he pops his wings and starts like full-on peregrine falcon diving down.
Arazid is
Meanwhile, like, I like to think that Chance is just like walking, like he's walking down like a spiral staircase, and then it's just like Solas is like going down like a bullet with like flaming, like a flame trail behind him. And it's like fucking show off.
And behind them soars Ollie, the sugar glider.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like
so you gotta bet like that he's doing like spins as well in the air.
it's like as soon as like that would go by, Arazid would hear Chance go, "What a fucking show off."
Sunny's just going to, when leaping off, retract into shell. There's a rock dropping.
You would die.
He's just gonna wait and he's just gonna pop out to see if we're not dead when we get to the bottom after the spell hopefully went off. I mean, he's gonna jump with everyone else with this Featherfall spell, not on his own.
Okay.
So if we ever get a chance, I'm totally doing that and landing on an enemy.
Everyone gather around near Inqua, who wants to get down safely. Hocus focus. Step off, Mesa.
So we need to activate this thing when we're about a minute before going splat.
Which Inqua will attempt to identify.
Oh
Maybe
no.
2 minutes.
Okay. Okay, no one's dying.
The DC was 22.
You all land on the sand.
I hope you guys enjoy waiting for Chance, because he still has like multiple minutes of walking.
We're just gonna head off towards the city.
You guys kind of pass Chance and Arazid on the way down.
It's, like, if you guys start like walking off, he'll like start walking off in like through the air just towards the town so we can make progress. So like going on a steady decline.
Is he kind of doing that like pretend to walk down the stairs when there aren't actually any stairs thing?
Yes.
But just for several minutes.
Yes, it would take 6 minutes and 15 seconds to descend the full distance.
In that time, the party is able to get like a good few 100 meters away from the mesa. And eventually all of you are at the bottom.
As soon as we get to the bottom, Chance, like, I'm assuming like he would have had like his hands like making sure Arazid was secure. He just like drops Arazid into the sand.
Sonny pops his head out. We not dead?
It does not appear that way, my shelled friend.
Is there a chance you could just continue playing Inqua for the rest of the campaign? You're much better at it.
Oh.
Because I called you a friend.
That too.
Alright. Well, that town ain't getting any closer. Let's start walking. Chance just walks off without another word.
I assume he kind of lands in the same direction the rest of you guys are already walking in.
Yeah, like he's just moving basically in a diagonal line.
Okay.
I've met you guys pretty much. He actually might be a bit further ahead because more movement speed.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, Solas
He would do that.
60 foot around, so because he was dashing as well.
You toddle, and you toddle. How fast are we going?
Like, if we're talking about trail to Oregon, I would say steady.
Okay. Okay. I had to
See
just
that
double
Chance
check what.
wants- Chance wants to complain, but he's not.
He's just like remembering what that fiery bint said.
Like, wants to sit here and complain that he could be going much faster. At least like another 20 feet.
Did you guys ever decide on the magic item allocation? Because you could spend that like time grumbling to like acquaint yourself with your
Yes.
item if you choose one. Because there are 7 items to go round.
I'm pretty sure Inqua was going to take the armor, being the only person that can wear it,
Mm.
and the flail being the only person that has use for it. He was trying to go a bit more frontliney. Let's see.
I think Chance gets the glasses and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you with them is just fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chance.
Because I have the massive perception already.
Yeah.
So why not make it even more hilarious? I'll add those to my sheet. Are they like how like on a scale of like these look like cheap knickknacks, like they're like giant like shell and everything, to these look like you could get away with wearing them every day and nobody would really bat an eye. How like obvious are they?
Obvious as in, like, obvious that they're made out of tortoiseshell.
Yes.
It's not all that obvious. They've been, like, really polished down. So only someone that was, like, very familiar with the patterns that tortoiseshells have would be able to tell where it came from.
Perfect. Chance is just going to start wearing them and
Great.
not be embarrassed about it. Because if they were like, oh, this is like obviously big, rotund, like tortoiseshell, like glasses, he was only going to wear them when absolutely necessary, but he will wear them all the time.
Okay. So Eyes of the Eagle are going to Chance, Flail of Ages, and Dwarven Halfplate to Inqua, Braces of Archery to Arazid. What about the other three? Yes.
I think the flail was going to Inqua as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what
that
other ones do we have
leaves
left?
the Ancient Rosary, and the other necklace and the gauntlets.
Sunny's nicking the holy item.
So
I
gauntlets
think
or
we can
necklace?
no, we already have we already gave bracer. Wait, can the bracers and gauntlets be worn at the same time?
I don't see why not.
I think we should give the gauntlets to Arazid, so the bow is considered magical.
Oh. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, but like I thought with the gauntlets that it was like melee weapons rather
I thought
than...
so too, but it doesn't say that. Any non-magical weapon.
Alright, okay.
That
okay,
or
but...
Chance can take them,
Oh,
and
wait,
eventually
no.
when
But
he
it
gets a
says-
bow.
The flaming bit only affects melee weapons.
Yeah, it says as a bonus action, you can use the gauntlets to cause magical flames to envelop 1 or 2 melee weapons in your grasp. Each flaming weapon deals an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Goes
Magical-
stabby, he now goes flaming
Yeah.
stabby.
So basically, whatever weapon he grasps will be magical, but he can only.
I also have my my dragon fang sword.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, but
That would work.
But
It's already magical, but you'd still get the damage bonus. So you'd get one of the two bonuses in
No matter
ranged
what
or
weapon
melee.
it is.
Yeah.
Because I think, as the only person, I mean, the other option would be giving it to Ollie, so the crossbows are magical.
Oh yeah.
Because I think those are the only two people that don't have, or two ranged weapon users are the only ones without magical options
yeah.
for their weaponry. So it's probably best to go to one of them. Both have dragon fangs too, so they do have a magical weapon.
But yeah, I don't have any ranged magic. Yeah. I mean, these are like super cute.
I would. Yeah, but Ollie also has the orbs.
You can also
Okay.
sell the items and
They
get
are
better
great.
ones.
Although he can't use them much, Arazid does have the option of ranged spell attacks. Assuming they're
Yeah, fair.
used.
Hey, can I please have the gauntlets of flaming fury? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
And that just leaves the necklace.
The fireballs?
Yeah.
I was under the impression Ollie nicked those to put her balls with the balls.
Oh my gosh, I think Solas should have them because they'll remind him of his mommy.
I don't think he needs any more reminders of his mummy.
The ability to cast 5 fireballs within a combat is very appealing, to be fair. But
If all those fails, Sunny could wear 2 necklaces. He's just wearing all the beads.
oh, no, that's 6. That's the 4. DC.
I mean,
Oh no, it's the exact same as mine. Okay.
What
Chance
about
wouldn't
Arazid? Like
say
an
no.
unexpected little bomb.
We have a ring that can shoot fire.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Chance wouldn't say no, because I can always action surge and throw one.
Cool.
Now I just need to figure out what the hell the beads on the ancient rosary actually are.
So are we gonna go with Chance takes the necklace of fireballs too?
I think that's good.
Yeah, sure. I've already got
Then
that.
we
Because
trust
worst case,
the
I can.
not fireball the party.
Yeah, because worst case, it's an action. So yeah, I can throw 2 in a turn, like to different locations with action surge as well.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
We got 4 people. We got 3 people in the party that can throw up to 4 fireballs in a round.
I gotta start fielding more fire-resistant enemies. Okay, is everyone happy with that distribution of items?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
Can we find out what they do now?
You've been able to
We know
find
what
out
they
this
do.
whole time.
No, I
He
mean...
gives Solas nothing,
have you
and his
actually read
perception's
the
terrible.
description in the Ancient Rosary? It says, you know, what it can do, but it doesn't give much detail beyond that. It doesn't actually give what it does.
Yes. Like, I don't think I'm allowed to say. I think you have to find out what the beads do by using them.
Oh,
Really?
man.
I thought you'd gone with the brief description of what the others say, where you the
I know,
DM
I have.
told in advance.
You're gonna fucking find out that they're like the ice god.
So wait, do the beads not run out when they're used? 'Cause
No.
if
So
random,
it's a rosary. They're not like detachable beads. They're like large beads around like just a necklace of beads, and like these large beads have some form of power, and you basically say a prayer over them.
it also says that some of the beads can be the same type. So
Yes.
what combination of stones do I have?
Let me just find the right wiki page.
I'm pretty sure this is where dice get rolled at random.
I've already like predetermined what they do.
If a magic bead is removed, it loses its magic.
Yeah.
So you don't remove. If you do that, it's going to make it useless.
Oh, what's the that's it. Are you familiar with the necklace of prayer beads, which is what the ancient rosary is? There's a link there. Our blessed wiki dot.
Back up
Six,
after a Russian attack, apparently.
So there are like 7 possible like combinations of spells that these beads can
I
have.
misunderstood how this worked. I thought it was, you know,
Ooh. Cure wounds.
Spicy, huh? 2nd level cure wounds. So it's most likely it's going to be blessing or cure wounds or lesser resto.
Could be greater resto.
Yeah. Could be planar ally.
Could be windwalk.
That could have been useful. But yeah, the only way to find out is by experiment. Otherwise it ruins the fun. Because, because of the way that the magic item works, Identify doesn't reveal what the beads do.
Man. Oh no, it requires attunement by a cleric. Okay. I couldn't use it anyways, because I was gonna say, like, a lot of those spells are very good.
Just
I
gotta
didn't
make...
realize that bit was there. I wondered if Red had removed the attunement requirement thing, because then it's like, anyone can use it, but he's still gonna nick it.
Oh. No, I didn't bother to put the attunement required thing on any of the magic item handouts I created, and that was my mistake.
Yeah, because
the stolen from Spuds doesn't go away, because this is so much easier than trying to transfer that to a freaking character sheet.
I'd say I don't think Eyes of the Eagle normally requires attunement, does it?
Not to my knowledge. But
Okay, good, because I am out of attunement slots.
but yeah, I
know
didn't
people
make
have.
differentiations, but I should have.
How many attunement slots does a person have at max?
3.
Yeah.
Alright,
I've only used one.
I think I've only got... No, that probably took...
Oh my god!
Simultaneously horrifying and mystifying at the same time.
I do believe we have figured this out. Onwards to the town.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonny's gonna grab a bead and throw it before we get to there. Or not grab a bead and throw it, you know, activate a thing.
Yeah.
You begin to approach the town. It is very walled. There are several boat-shaped vehicles mulling about on the sound. Two
Change
guards.
this place way up to the guards.
Yes. Who are
Do we need to
you?
do any checkpoint? I want in. Do we need to do any checkpoints or anything? Or are you guys just kind of standing here to beat off any sand creatures that try and attack?
We need to know who you are.
I'm Sonny, hi!
Well
I'm
met.
Chance.
What are you? Are you Gia? Are you Jam? Are you Nino?
I don't know any of that is. I'm visitor.
Ah, you are
Sonny
Gia.
Portal.
Alright, gear I guess, yes.
Very well. Welcome to Onalembo. And the guards step aside.
Wait, are we in Onolembo? I thought that was the further
That
one.
was this new picture.
Yeah, you're heading to the further one.
We went to the further town
Uh-huh.
instead
went
of
to
the
the one
really
to the
close
left.
town.
Because it was it was literally 2 tents.
Oh, it was literally 2 tents. Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Red.
it was just-
Those would have 2 cool tents, guys.
Okay, Sonny is in a town. Sonny is not going to try casting a bead to see what the hell it does in case he blows something up.
It looks at a fountain. Not only rich people had those.
We're all rich
Is
here.
it that one? Oh,
So is Sonny. He's rich.
does that mean I have to eat you?
What?
I would rather that you did not.
Okay, I would rather probably not either. But I'm glad that we've established this.
Wait. So Arazid has a new. Arazid
I
has.
got a new icon. Yeah, I was like, I want a cartoon icon like Solas had.
Oh, okay. I can update
Why
the
are
icon
trying
if
to
you
the
want.
guards?
Oh, it's cute.
I'm not. I was just making sure I didn't have to, because you know, I thought that we were like against like the. Never mind. It was stupid. Never mind. I don't. We don't. It's fine.
Okay.
Chance is gonna look around. Is anybody guarding this pool of water?
There is no one guarding it. There are some people milling about through town. And some of them give you like a double look and seem to eye up your clothing. But people do not stop you as you approach.
He's going to kneel down and move to cup some into his hands.
An urchin boy approaches the fountain. He pulls out a ceramic cup, simply dips it into the fountain, takes a swill, and you can hear him go,
Chance is gonna pull out his water skin, empty whatever garbage was in there that's probably like stale and old, and fill it.
This water is it's cool naturally. It is this crisp, clean, gorgeous Canadian shit.
Ah, yes. Chance is gonna look to the rest of the group. Alright, I think we found the place to retire. This has been a fun journey. But I think we can just live peacefully here.
Uh-huh. Okay. Ollie is also gonna fill up her water skin.
Sunny's just gonna put his head in it. How else do you drink?
Your head feels cooler than it has in a while.
Chan's gonna get up and look to the urchin boy that like filled the cup of water whenever he was like walking up. Like, hello. Do you understand me?
I understand you just fine.
Perfect.
What do you think I am? An
uh,
idiot?
No, I've been traveling quite a while and haven't seen anybody except for these idiots. And he kind of like motions to the rest of the party.
There's a
My
way.
friend.
Ah, you are used to it. I forgive friends.
Yes. Could you put us in direction of a good place to stay for the night, or you know, any shops, stuff like that? Give us some directions. We're new to town. There's some money in it for you.
Well, there's only one place to stay in town that I would say it's worth it. It is in Asandas. And he points
Alright, which building's
to
that?
this building over here.
The one with the token on it?
Yes.
Well, it's either that or the palace.
Alright, and what about shops? Like those things that flew across the sand, where can we buy one of those?
Oh. Only one person makes them well. Crosstail. He is over there.
Okay.
You
And what of like general stuff, like if we wanted to just buy like supplies and stuff like that?
you want to go to that building? That is
Alrighty.
free markets.
Huh. Thanks for the info, kid. And he's gonna like just flick the kid a gold.
What? What is this? It's not even real gold. This is clay.
Wait,
What are you doing? Are you trying to rob me?
sorry, do you use metal as currency?
You do not?
No?
Rare.
He squints at you for a long time.
We are from very far away. We have had a long journey. Things are different further south, and well,
Chan's gonna like pat himself and be like, oh god, oh no. What does he have? And he's just gonna like pull out the white brimmed hat that he had stolen from like a dead person and be like, you want this instead then?
You're not gonna give him Safford's hat. Ooh. He tries it on. And now all you see is a very large black dinner plate running around your waist. Yeah, this'll do. Bye.
Alright. You can keep the clay as well. Maybe eventually you'll find somebody that thinks it's worth it. Kind of waves.
He waves as he scuttles off down this alley.
Alright. Chance looks to the rest of the people. Well, we're poor.
I wanna leave. I don't like being poor.
I'm gonna make my way to the market and see what I can do to get us some money by selling the armor that I robbed off of what's his face there.
Sunny, you and me should start up a waffle stand. So we can sell waffles.
Chance is gonna head off.
Out of character, you realise that
I'm
those
gonna
girls
going to
are
follow Chance.
Wait, one at a time. So Bailey Chance is heading off. Toby?
He's going towards the market. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my token there so we can kind of, if we're gonna split the party at all,
Alrighty.
distribute what's going on.
Out of character, Ollie is aware that those waffles are completely tasteless, right?
It doesn't matter if we market them well.
Sully is 100% behind your idea. Let's burn some third level spell slots.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then when the angry crowd comes for Sully and Ollie, Sunny will take this opportunity to cast a 4th level spell slot and disappear for a minute. Ollie can handle the customers.
We are going with the same we're going with the same market plan as the Arrow chocolate balls or chocolate bars, chocolate balls. When they go like feel the bubbles, and you keep buying them as a kid, and you hold them in your mouth, and you're like, maybe one day I'll feel the bubbles, but there are no bubbles. It was a lie all along, so that you would keep buying them to try to feel the bubbles.
You had to eat the chocolate around the bubbly bit first, and then put that on the tongue. So obvious.
Damn it, now I have to buy an Arrow bar. Okay. But we're gonna...
If you put the flat bit of chocolate on the mouth first, then the bubbles just melt inside the harder chocolate and you never get the bubbles.
But we are going to give them the bubbles. Okay, alright, so what we're gonna do... I got the plan. Alright, Ollie is gonna take off her sandals and wash them quite thoroughly in the fountain. Hopefully nobody sees and thinks she's a dick. And then we're gonna set up our stand on Sunny's back.
What?
Yeah.
One of you can barely stand on Sunny's back.
Well, no, but I mean, that's gonna be like my work platform, right? Like, so I'll be as tall of a waffle maker as I need to be. But so basically, Sunny lying on the ground, his shell heating up with like the sun. Ooh, maybe we could use the friend multiplier as like a cooktop, because I think Amir might.
Big old. Wait, is Sunny's shield made of metal?
That's a great idea.
I don't remember.
Wait, where did you buy it from? Wasn't it
Nagleman's.
Nagleman's?
So I'm assuming so.
Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think you bought it from Bright Shield in Nagelmund.
Yeah, he makes metal stuff.
You bought it from one of Bright Steel's colleagues, not Bright Steel himself, if I recall. I don't know how I remember that, but not the material, but there we go. It was probably metal if it was Naglement.
Yeah, so we can use that for the heating thing. It'll work.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I can just do straight marketing. All right. So, Sunny, you get some like flat bread things, bacon on the shield, and then we'll press them down with my waffle sandals, and I will call the masses to us.
I'm pretty sure Sunny made mushrooms and you were pressing them into waffle mushrooms.
Well, yes, but in this case, we're going nouveau riche to get riche.
Sunny doesn't speak that language.
I'm just saying, everybody likes toast. Just saying.
Right. So the plan is, you and Sunny are going to make mushrooms, turn them into sandal waffles, and then cook them on a big old metal shield in the. How much sunlight do we have left?
Maybe like an hour.
Whoa, gosh.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing this tomorrow. Good logistics.
Let's find out where we can set up a stall at that time.
Yes.
Maybe you guys want to go with Chance to scope out the market?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, everyone follow Chance. You're going to say that at some point in life, but you're never prepared for it when you do.
What is Arazid and Solas up to?
Well, I was going to see if I could go to the market, but I don't have anything to sell. So I want to see if there's like, are there banks?
There are some very fancy looking buildings, and you feel like a bank is a very fancy thing.
Because I want to see if I can just exchange the currency from the south to get currency from the north.
200 brain IQ.
I'm in support of that idea. Yeah, you can start looking around for a bank, or ask someone.
I'm looking around for a bank.
You have a look around. Oh, there's the tavern. You pass by the tavern. Here look like some homes. you realise that, like, this building here, this looks like, it looks pretty fortified, but no one, like, pointed it out to you. And it's got, like, some big doors around on this side, near the tower, that are like, come on in.
I enter the building.
Arazid's going to get into massive debt.
We're going to need to rescue Arazid.
Inside there is a small foyer, and at the very end there is a woman sitting behind a desk. She is furiously searching through sheafs and sheafs of paper, more paper than you've ever seen since the Keeper's Tower at Naglamond anyway.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Would this happen to by chance be at a place where I could exchange currency?
She stops what she's doing and regards you past her thick glasses. We can exchange money for many things.
Oh no, this is a store, isn't it? Oh gosh, I don't have any actual money that's like used here. I have money from the hotel.
No, it is clear that you are newcomers to this city. We are a bank.
Oh, okay. I have, and he's just gonna take out his clay coins that are probably not worth anything. I have like money from like Jairus, and I would like money from here. Is the exchange rate bad? Oh no, I'm gonna be poor.
Look, you seem like a nice sentient. I will be honest, the exchange rate, it is not brilliant. It is not the most beautiful exchange rate in the world, but it is better than for zero. We have a couple of Gembo traders who often make travels to the south. They have been looking for money to use at Grove.
Oh, that's so helpful.
How much do you have that you wish to exchange?
I have 65, and I'm willing to exchange like 45 gold pieces. I should have specified.
45 golds. Exchange rates?
Yeah.
You'll get about, yes, that will be 9.4. So that's 9 golds and 4 silver.
That works, thank you.
A pleasure doing business with you, newcomer.
And you're very nice, thank you. I'm gonna go meet my friends again, bye.
Farewell.
I'm gonna keep the gold in the EP because I don't think that's very useful.
Hmm.
It was 9 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 gold, 4 silver.
I'm gonna keep the new gold in the EP currency slot.
Yeah, the original D&D, the edition just isn't set out for realism. There's no difference in currencies. There's nothing about exchange rates. There's no guidance for role-playing the economy.
There's no Dow Jones.
It's almost like it's single economy. This could crash at any time.
You're saying this, and I know someone who is literally, over the course of the last several days, because he's setting the game in a Wild West, he's trying to convert fictional gold currency into real-life American dollars.
That's
to figure out how
adorable.
much everything's worth.
But like Yahoo dollars, not current dollars.
Yahoo!
Current dollars minus the inflation, so yes, Yahoo dollars.
Right.
Back when they were worth shit.
And what's Solas been doing, sorry?
So, I have a bit of a question to ask. Seeing as Solas came down to Duras from the northwest, would he have passed this place?
just have a look at that map again. It's possible you would have heard about it.
Alright.
You would have come from near the mountain that is kind of like mostly south, Kuzwa.
Okay. I think in that case, probably would. Like, everyone's got their missions ending off. I think for now, he's just gonna stick by like the fountain because it looks, by the looks of things, there's like little bench extrusions around the outside of it, right?
Mhm.
Or is it just just gonna have a little sit down around on the fountain? And
Alrighty.
just kind of look around the square.
You watch various casts of people go past. You see people dressed in rather fine clothing. Others dressed in a distinctive, more robish fashion. There are many that are wearing threadbare clothing. And every now and then you see someone like yourself with some very out-of-place clothing.
Oh boy.
Lines approach city-states. Capital. No, it's a capital. It's pretty small. It's like just slowly having drinks. The ultimate equivalent of like emptying his water skin so he can fill it up.
Fair
He
enough.
doesn't want to waste water.
Solas will get hydrated.
Yeah.
And what do the market crew do?
Sonny actually has things he could sell that he's been carrying around since
Crew.
a while.
Crew. Chance is gonna look around for people who are selling metal objects or like metal workers.
This is probably the most chaotic market area you have ever seen. There are lots and lots of woven baskets everywhere. Some of them are stacked in pillars, like all the way up to the ceiling. Others have a variety of colourful grains and powders held inside them, and they are all calling out at once. The smell and the noise the second you enter the market is almost overwhelming. It is exacerbated by the fact that it takes your eyes a second to adjust to the gloom inside. You blink around and past an area where someone appears to be selling angry caged animals. You see someone selling curved blades.
Chance is gonna make his way up to this said person. Greetings.
Welcome to Onalembo, traveller.
Yes. Question: do you purchase worked metals to rework them into your own?
We can do that.
Perfect. New in town, so I just need to get something that I can actually use here, because it seems the currency of the south is useless. I have this metal armor here, and he starts pulling out the plate mail. As he eventually puts a full set of plate mail onto wherever he's told to place it.
Oh, look at this. I haven't seen a set of plate mail. Not from this style in many years. Where'd you find this?
The south. I'm a bit of a traveler, you know, wandered around and everything. Decided to venture north to see what I could find.
Farewell,
Figured
farewell.
worst case, metal is always useful in this desolate land. Somebody would eventually find worth in it.
Alright. I'll give you 300.
Let's rubs his chin a bit. Look down. Could we do 4? There's quite a bit of metal here.
There is also quite a bit of metal here. He gestures at his own table. 325.
375.
Let's say we meet in the middle at 340.
Perfect. And he's like extends a hand out.
And before you can pause, he is like already shaking it. He hands over 340 gold pieces. And is like separating the plate metal away from you.
He kind of gives a nod. Pleasure doing business. I hope you find many uses of it.
Stay safe. May the plane do what they wish with you.
He kind of gives a nod and
It sounded more like a threat. I don't know.
no. It's different cultures. Well, you see, whenever you grow off getting beaten every single day, nothing really sounds like that.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I only got 9 gold pieces from the bank I went to.
It's a bank?
There's a bank.
You just see like
you find
like gears working in Chance's head. Where's Ollie?
Hopefully next to Sunny.
Muted.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what do you want from me?
We have to talk later. Are you half as good as God, what was his name? I am terrible with names.
Describe him to me.
One of the ones that your friend ran with.
Dune?
No.
John.
No. John, yes, John was his name.
Oh, Skid, my friend Skid.
Yes.
Okay, so John, am I half as good?
Are you half as good as he is?
No.
Alright, my plans are not going to work. I might just pull a solo.
I'm better.
She wants to insight check that.
Ollie, roll a perception check for I'm better. And, yeah. Yeah, I say perception, I meant persuasion.
Oh.
That makes way more sense.
That's, like, interesting. Oh.
Chance, you see through all of this. What you see, you aren't sure. I'm pretty sure Ollie isn't sure either. But you can tell she's bluffing somewhat.
Wouldn't that be deception, not persuasion?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's strength, you know.
Okay, you can see that while Ollie may believe in herself that she is better than John, you also see a lack of determination and resolve. And
he also remembers his work with John and is immensely disappointed that he can't do a repeat.
Well, you know where the Mesa is, buddy.
So while these two discuss robbing a bank,
Right next to the bank, yes. Let me guess, Sam doesn't travel through a huddle.
We've been talking very covertly. Sorry.
While those two are, anyway, while those two are talking about robbing a bank, Sunny tried to decrease the sheer amount of random crap he's been carrying around for the last 10, 20 odd sessions.
Sure.
Cannot.
To quote a previous session, sound doesn't travel outside of the huddle.
Yeah.
Sunny's leaving the huddle to go talk to merchant people.
He's leaving the huddle to go do a haggle.
2 oil flasks, a hooded lantern, a small silver mirror. I have bigger ones.
It's not much of a
I am
friend
carrying
multiplier.
literally zero. I have an item listed here as food stuff that's listed as 0. I am carrying 0 food stuff.
What happened to your, like, banana and fake strawberry?
They've been slowly getting eaten away as we stop for rations.
Fair enough. You can roleplay all the items, or you can just drop me a list, and I can tell you the rough buying value of each of them.
Selling. Buying?
As in, the merchants will buy from you.
Oh, right. Let's see. We have small silver mirror, a
One.
hooded lantern, and 2 oil for the lantern.
The oil is quite fascinating to the person that you tried to sell the mirror to. It appears that oil is not something commonly used at all, and they are fascinated by the notion of using oil to make light with. And they ask you, why don't you just capture the light from the sun like the rest of us?
Why would Sunny capture light from the sun when he could just, sit in it?
Look, let me show you. He holds out his own lantern, and you see now that there is a singular crystal inside of the lantern, and that is what is giving off light.
Sunny just holds up his reliquary lantern and just lights that.
Now, how much do you want for that?
Not for sale.
Ah!
Sunny just using this to show you that Sunny don't catch lightning crystal thing. He just use this.
Fair
Why
enough,
Sunny
fair
don't want
enough.
that?
Who am I to question the way of foreigners? But I would like to examine this lantern and, oil? Oil? More? I will give you
Stuff. Yeah.
5 gold for all of that. Including the mirror.
Can you go to 7?
I could go to 6. No, I could go to 7.
Okay.
Oh, pleasure doing business with your friends.
My list is now shorter.
Right. And
Chance?
yeah, everyone else.
So
Anybody else has anything they want to do before Chance goes to the bank?
it's a matter of time until Sunny mentions that they were willing to pay out the nose for Sunny's lit up with magic lantern. So I just wonder how long until Ollie turns that into a scam. I mean, the item doesn't have to be in Sunny's possession to be lit up, and it doesn't have to be his lantern. That's just what he likes using.
I don't know what scam Ollie will do, but it's gonna be moving
Take rock, cast light on it, sell it.
Cool. Cool. This is a nightlight. Yeah. For children.
We
We'll
could
never run
literally
out.
buy items on the cheap from them and just tell them that they'll cast light on them. Buy cheap you know those statues that they sell off to tourists?
Mm-hmm.
Just buy one of those, cast light on it, and sell it back to them at a different merchant.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Or like you could even have like just like a service where kids bring like their favorite toy to sleep with and you cast light on it.
Yes.
But it seems like they have a sort of crystal-based light system, which is really interesting. Like, are they like the crystals that we've been finding?
Are they like the crystals we've been finding?
You'd have to have a look at one.
Sunny hasn't a goddamn clue.
There,
Goddamn clue.
there are like lampposts around the town, and because night is approaching, you are beginning to see light coming out of them, despite not seeing anyone coming up to physically light them or do anything to them.
So crystals catch sunlight and then shine it. Does that mean that there is goddess in crystal?
gonna have to inspect that. But for right now,
Goddess is light.
Mhm.
Cat is light. Crystal is enslaving goddess.
Oh gosh.
Sunny needs to burn down entire town.
I will make you all feel the light. Dark. Alright, are we in the market still?
Yeah.
Like,
Like it's like a couple of like flaps of fabric between like the outside and the inside. So you can like enter and exit roughly as you desire.
Oh, okay. Is like the market shutting down, or is it still bustling?
It's still bustling.
Does the market ever stop?
You can ask people these questions if you desire. There is like an old beggar woman who sits just outside around this corner.
Oh, okay. So Ollie's gonna sidle up to the old beggar lady, but she's going to morph herself into Ursula K. Linguini, and using her cloak of many fashions, she's going to make herself look rather tattered, and she's going to sit down next to her and go, "Oh, the sands run quickly across the ground these days, do they not? I fear my time is coming soon."
Oh, I hear you, oh. But I have not seen you before. You have walked out of the sands.
Oh, it took many, many, many days. Ah, yes, I'm a refugee from the south. Oof, I lived there with my family before they were murdered and my son taken to prison.
Oh,
I feared I would meet the same fate if I stayed.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What is your name?
My name is Ursula K. Linguini.
That is an interesting name.
Very common among my people. Very common. And what shall I call you, friend?
You may call me Marathi.
Marathi. That's a beautiful name, Marathi. Ah, Marathi. I wonder, how late is this market open?
Well, they close down around midday. For a couple of hours. Then they come back and they open until a few hours after sunset.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Where could a old woman find a place to rest her bones out of the sand for the evening?
You may share this corner with me. Would you care for some food? She hands you she offers you a small paper bag. And it has like a couple of like small, like brown, golden coloured food circles inside it.
Her dots. Oh, Marathi, you are too kind.
Smooth.
You are sharing your dinner with me. You are very kind. I still have some rations from Geras. Perhaps we could make a bit of a meal of it together. So Ollie will reach into her blue and yellow backpack, and pull out. Oh my God, they're Werthers. Pull out some of her, nutty rations. And
Okay.
share them.
You and Marathi have a lovely meal of Werther's Originals and nutballs.
Yeah, Marathi really brought the clincher to the dinner game. I'm like, what is this?
She seems more interested in yours, but she's like, oh, My poor old teeth struggle with this nuts mixture.
Oh. Yes, I know the struggle, And Ollie will beat one down with her waffle sandal.
God
This will be easier, my friend. As if her teeth don't struggle on the candy.
Oh, you are a most generous, very fence old lady. Would you like to join our group of beggars?
Oh, you know, I think that sounds really, really lovely. Is there some sort of initiation I must pass?
You have already passed it.
Oh, Marati, you are too kind. You know, friend, I wonder about this place, but even further beyond, I think I saw. Maybe my old eyes are conning me, but it looked as if I'm not even sure how to describe it. In the sky, there was a rock floating, and on top of the rock, well, it looked like a town, perhaps?
Ooh, I have heard about that place. They say it is haunted. They say it is cursed.
Oh, you know, they say that about so many things, that they don't want the inquiring mind. I like to think of myself as an adventurer. If my son hadn't settled down with that whore and had those babies, I would have gone on great adventures, but you know, you have to settle down, become grandmother.
I don't know that.
I'm sorry, that wasn't fair of my daughter-in-law. I'm just mad because she got my grandbabies killed. And my son thrown in prison.
Well, that is understandable. But
Anyway.
I will say that one rule that the beggar community has is please do not dump all of your trauma onto others without asking.
Oh gosh, oh no, Morati, I'm so sorry, please accept just my nutballs, please.
Well, I will have your nutball shards and we will speak no more of it.
Yes, that is good.
And she gums her way around a little bit of nutball. And what are the rest of the party up to?
Chance
I'm
makes
probably
stand
reaching
bang.
through space and time itself to slap Ollie for that name.
Okay. And chances?
I'm sorry, are you gonna
let's go into the
actually
bank.
come?
And chance?
Chance goes to bank.
What can I help you with?
Chance is going to.
Oh, Matt just woke up. Chance cannot get this sentence out. I am sorry.
Chance is going to make his way into the bank. He's going to walk up to the teller and pull out the slips that he got from Giraffe. He legally got from the Giraffe's bank and kind of like holds one over. Any of this? Anything from you? They're from Giraffe, so got them from a friend.
You're not the first person to have come here today with stuff from the south, but this is not really the kind of thing I can exchange.
No worries. I figured it doesn't hurt to try.
Yes. I'm afraid if you look here, it says only able to be used in the bank of the keeper in Duras.
Oh. Chance adjusts his glasses and reads it again. Apologies, my glasses must have been dirty.
Oh, that is understandable. The sand gets in them quite often. There is a chap called Farul in the market that sells very excellent cleaning cloths.
Oh, good to know. Say, what's the average cost of one of those sandals?
Oh, you are serious? Well, only one person makes them. And they are only able to be afforded by the 2 churches.
2 churches?
Mm.
Who do they worship?
Oh, Lord, you really are new, aren't you? You know, we should put an information booth here or something. So here in Onalembo, we have a myth that goes back many hundreds of years about a great flood that will come and nurture the land or wash away the land, depending on which church you belong to. Those are the churches. One of them says that it is very complicated. I will narrow things down for you. One church says that we must all behave and live good lives as to not allow the great flood to come and wash us away, and the others, they are thirsty. They think that the flood would be a good thing, and they sin to call it to us.
Interesting.
They are called the Church of the Rise and Fall, respectively.
That rubs his chin a bit. I seen one of those traveling ships on my journey. Where do they go? It was heading towards what seems to be some kind of floating rock in the sky.
They don't go there. People died after they tried. No, they were more likely going to our outpost nearby it, where we keep an eye on it.
Is there a reason why people died? Any obvious one?
Not that we were able to tell, because the people who went to go find out what happened to them died. You see our problem.
I do. Who would I speak to if I was to solve this mystery, to claim some form of reward?
That would probably be Tian, our war chief. He lives in that nice palace through the arches.
I see. And if you don't mind me asking, is there a map of the town anywheres for purchase?
No. Most of the residents already know, and we don't get all that many travelers.
War chief, where are the 2 churches, and which ones are they? So I do not cause offense to either.
The churches are inside all of us. They do not have any set physical convening points.
Is there any priests or people of influence?
Oh yes, there is always priests and people of influence. Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted specifics. It kind of changes a lot. You should ask Crosstail. He knows more about all of that kind of thing.
He's the shipwright, correct?
He works with them quite directly.
Alright. Good to know. By the way, I was asked if I was one of, 3 things whenever I showed up. What's the deal with that?
It is like our, how do you say, our class system. You have the gear. And those are what we describe as the free caste. Those who are not technically a part of the caste system. Outsiders, mostly. People like yourself. And then we have the Jam. They are our workers.
Can you spell that?
Yes, I will do. I will spell all of them in a second. And then you have the Nino. And they are our nobility, our clerics, artisans.
throughout this chat, Chance is going to like look around to try and, you know, subtly try and figure out the layout of the bank. Totally not trying to slightly case the place to potentially rob it later.
Investigation check, please.
So you were basically just a nosy tourist.
Do you want me to do a deception check to see how obvious this is, or?
Oh, I was close.
It would be more stealth I'd rule it as, because you're trying to do it
Alright.
carefully rather than try to actively deceive.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fair.
Don't get much, but I'm at least not caught.
Yeah, like you see, there are 3 doors, one on each of the walls that surround her. Down the ends, they are all heavy and made of stone.
Alright, sorry, I didn't get your name.
My name is Majin.
Well, that time, Chance. It was a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you for your time. I wish you a pleasant evening, and he kind of gives like a half bow type thing.
Enjoy your stay. You'll be going to Asanda, right?
Yes, that's where I was. That's where I was recommended.
He is quite the figure. You will be well looked after.
Nods. Gives a little wave as he groups with the party.
Morning, Matt.
Good morning.
I hope you don't mind, but I shoved your character off the cliff to get down.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we accidentally killed. Well, we just have the token there as a.
Oh.
You see, we're weekend. What is it? Weekend at Bernie's, where they have the
We're
corpse.
carrying the crystal arm in his memory.
Yeah, it's like we
Using
had
it
to, you
shake
know.
hands.
We figured that it was important at some point, so we just kind of, you know, poke it.
Yeah. Some of the things we've said might not be true, and some of them are true. Have fun figuring out which is where.
Okay, I have a feeling that you shoved me off the cliff and used Featherball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just sneaking suspicion, I'll pick off
Does
Featherball's
anyone
line.
want to give Matt the actual catch up?
Oh yeah.
Except Solas, who decided to swan dive.
As did Ollie, but we kind of RP'd that didn't happen. But my idea was amazing.
I mean, I'm going to argue that Ollie tried to get that to happen and didn't realise that Featherfall was the thing enabling her to do that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Ollie was all like, like, shit, I wanted to, like, extend Ollie's, like, skin out to the point where she was like a sugar glider. And then
Nice.
just, yeah, right? And then just, like, you know, glide down. God, it would have been cool. But no, I ended up just taking the old Inqua Express. And then Chance, like, walked down, like, as if he was going down a spiral staircase, and he took forever, so we were all watching him.
Also,
It took him 6 minutes and 15 seconds to get down. What was it, like 5,000 feet?
Yep.
Yeah.
also,
An Olympic record.
He was also piggybacking Arazid the entire time because Arazid didn't want to jump.
Really? I had thought that Arazid had, like, hopped on Solas's back. and
No,
I just imagined
Arazid
it.
definitely was like the first to volunteer when Chance was like, does anyone want to hop on my
I
back?
thought
Yeah.
Ollie was riding on Solas' back.
No, because I think I would have weighed him down too much.
How's that different to normal? Hey!
I thought nobody rode on Solas' back because they didn't want to catch fire.
Are his wings aflame?
Mm.
Technically yes, but they don't light anything on fire.
Oh, cool.
It's It's a visual thing.
We don't want to get blinded by the lights.
Oh,
Or you know the high altitude and massive, absolutely ridiculous speeds.
I know this was a few seconds late, but heyo.
our bloody friend, it left us. They felt more comfortable in like the transfer area, so
Yeah,
they're just
They
gonna
went to
hang
a
out
5
there.
in hell.
Okay.
And then we were on the mesa. We saw this like boat coming across the sand, like a flying ship with wings, basically like a sand glider. Pretty awesome. And it was coming from this town, Alembo. So we went to Alembo, met some guards. The guards were like,
Onolembo.
hey. Onolembo?
Yeah.
Oh god,
What?
I've been writing this wrong this whole time. So we get to
It's
Onolembo.
oh no, Lembo.
Oh no, Lambo. That's awesome. So we get to oh no, Lambo, and the guard goes, "Hey, you gear, Jam, or Nino?" And Chance goes, I don't know. I don't know.
Man
He's
goes,
looking at-
I'm visitor.
Yes. And he goes, you're a gear. And you're like, okay, hope we don't get thrown in prison immediately. No, pretty nice place. Has a nice fountain. Ollie and Sunny came up with a business idea that'll probably come up later. Let's see,
Well, technically
Arazid.
got two of them now.
Our gold is useless here.
We found out that our money is useless. They use real metal coins, and the currency rate is brutal.
It's like 20%.
For me, I just don't have any gold.
It's
I never had any gold.
a way to hack the system.
I thought, oh, this guy broke as hell.
You now have the armor and the flail.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That was my other question.
yeah, we
said magical items. That's
we
right.
agreed on that. I think
You have a billion items.
Hmm?
Inqua, you have like a billion items now.
That's what the artificer does.
Yeah.
yeah. So the necklace and the eyes of the eagle, the necklace of fireballs and the glasses, they're going to Chance. The gauntlets are going to Ollie. The braces are going to Arazid. The rosary is going to Sunny, and Inqua gets the others. The half plate and the flail.
That's his mommy issues.
Again, tell us something we don't know.
I tried.
And John has his many issues.
Chance has many issues.
Yeah,
But
John's
money
a
ain't
big
one
issue.
of them. Well,
What race are these people? Like, is there any specific race at all? Or
they're a good mix. You've met mostly humans. But inside the market, you guys met like all manner of sentient, as the banker referred to you as.
I just wanted to make sure that we weren't using any sort of like single race, like Githyanki or or Lumps with Legs.
You know what? That's a very freaking good thing to check on. Like, are we in
Was there a portal in
a
the
bad
market?
place?
Not that you saw.
Still only two turtles in existence.
Dying breed, you water-loving
Oh,
lovers.
also, these people trap sunlight in crystals for light sources, which means they're enslaving the goddess, and we need to burn the entire town down to the ground.
Hence the most recent meme I made.
Ollie impersonated Ursula K. Linguini again and made a friend.
Oh yeah, Ollie's now quitting the party to go becoming beggar woman.
Old beggar.
Need to make gold somehow, baby.
And there's originals with someone called Marathi.
Yeah, and Marathi told Ursula that the floating island is cursed, haunted. And I said, that's what they say about all the good places. I don't think I said that, but I wish I did.
And then Ollie proceeded to dump all of Ursula's invented trauma and annoyances onto this poor beggar woman, and she was like, look, I may be homeless, but I have boundaries.
I really should have just kept going for information. I got lost.
And yeah, you kind of came in with the explanation of the existence of two churches.
The rise and the fall. So cool.
One of them thinks we're
Chance is
gonna get
gonna
drowned,
go-
and the other one thinks we're going to not get drowned.
I think it's funny because, like, for me, I'm like, well, then the sea level would rise. So which is which?
So Chance is gonna go sin with the fall. Look, you got told you can either be a goody two shoes or go rewarded for sinning.
All right, we know where we're sending Arazid.
And you are told that there is a war chief called Tian in this castle
Tiamat?
here. No, just Tian. Not Tiamat, not Tiamat, just Tian.
So he's
that
a
could be
Tia
true
without
for
the neck.
something.
Yes.
Chance wants to gather people round and get into another huddle.
Solas, your huddle senses are tingling. The huddle signal has been activated.
Oh, excuse me, Marathi. I need to go relieve myself. And Ollie's gonna scoot behind, turn back into hot little Ollie, turn that robe into just something special, and then
As long as we're wearing clothing.
Or alternatively, you guys can return to the fountain where Solas is.
I think that's what Chance would do. It's like, oh god, we better get this asshole too. Alright, everyone, gather around. Let's discuss what we've figured out.
Well, finally you're back. You.
Yeah, we did some recon and everything. No help to
Chance is
with
going
you
to
just
rob
sitting
bank.
here. No, I'm not.
Hmm.
Besides, Ollie's not good enough to do it.
Ollie was just about to wink at you, like really, like, yeah, we doing this. And she's gonna stop midway.
I talked to the bank person, trying to get some distraction while I looked around. I don't think I can do it alone, and I don't trust Ollie to do it. We don't have John. So I figured out, there's something called a caste system here. We should be fine, because we're considered free people. Other than that, there's some very strict guidances, I guess. There's two churches here. One prophesizes that if they sin, that water is going to come down, like flood the earth and drown them all, so they be good people, so it won't happen. The other apparently wants that to happen and thinks that it will, help and everything. Therefore, they are sinning, so it happens. I think we go find the people who are sinning, because they're more likely to help us. Finally, apparently we can't afford one of the boat things, which is very, very much sad to me, so that's why I want to get on the good side of the sinners, because apparently the only people who commissioned them are the churches. They don't have physical temples, it's just random people. Apparently, Crosstail will know more, so we should go chat up the shipyard after probably spending the night.
Okay, question. Why do we need people's boats?
I guess in case we want a boat.
Look, man, I want one of those boats. I don't know about you, but it seems like we're going to be able to get around much faster with one than without one.
Look, how much are they?
I got laughed at whenever I asked.
Doesn't sound great.
And you didn't push for a price?
Look, it's some random bank employee. What's that bitch gonna know? He points over to, like,
Oh,
here.
Jin? I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but
He
Majin.
points over to, like, here. It's like, that's the person who actually builds them. Let's go talk prices with them, not some random person who doesn't know.
That's fair. Depending on how, if and how I can exchange my gold, I might have enough.
Apparently, they don't like our gold that much.
I know. That was made very apparent when you tried to give your gold to the young child earlier. That's what I said, if I can exchange it.
Arazid, you found the bank. Did you figure out anything?
No, not really. I just got money in exchange for my money.
Alright, so we can. How much did you give them and how much did you get back?
I gave them 45 and I got 9.
Ollie is gonna clutch her fanny pack. Oh God.
So 5 of our gold is equal to 1 of their gold, roughly. Yeah.
How did you know that?
Look, whenever you're born into a cult and beaten every day, until you learn how to read, write, do stuff, you kind of learn quickly to do stuff.
You want to share parents with me?
Seeing how
They're not dead. They're
inside of you. They live on inside of you.
enslaved, most likely.
Oh, okay.
no, I'm quite happy that both of mine are dead.
Oh.
Can we see the giant green monsters to the north?
Yes.
Do they look like the other things that we thought were giant green monsters in the south? Which in turn looks like the big stone thing on a wall of a certain portal's cave.
Ah!
Oh my God, you're so right. There's freaking trees.
Yeah. Yeah, also there's a tree, like, right here.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it does look like those things.
See, I just think that, like, Chance doesn't care because he has never seen it, like that wall painting and everything.
It's not a wall painting, it's a wall carving.
So when Chance sees this tree,
You, like, heal or anything? He just gave you a name and walked away.
she didn't even give you the name. You guys gave him the name. Oh, Aegis. I thought you said Mekhis.
No. Literally got healed from, like, dying in the sand to, vibing in the sand with a name.
Okay. What a caretaker that Aegis is.
I don't know, it was, like, not where we went, like, the whatever. It was, like, more, like, other side of Naglamund, because I was... just had gotten out.
How did the code word go?
Oh,
The
the
grass
leaf
grows.
falls, the grass grows.
Grass grows and the leaf falls.
Yeah.
Right. We
I'd
have a plan.
be remiss to not point out that that was said to be regional. But it was
Yeah.
said to be regional by someone who ended up not being who they said they were.
It was said to be regional by someone who's not who they said they were.
But they were wearing the skin and the memories of who they said they were, so...
So technically, they were trustworthy because they were using the knowledge of a person that they wanted us to think was trustworthy.
And they're not really a bad person on the inside, besides that they killed that person, but that person had issues.
They're not really a person at all. Just a
Yeah.
bag of
Antonio
blood.
makes friends with people, so they are a
You're
person.
right. This is some deep psychology here, some philosophy, but I would believe that it is a person.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a conversation with a someone.
If they can be friends, they're a person.
So therefore, we should go ask the person in the house in the base of the tree if grass glows and leaves fall.
We really should. And they're gonna look at us like, yeah, you dumb pieces of shit. Yeah, look right here, around my house, grass growing, leaves be falling. This is nature.
Well, I think we only say one and they're supposed to respond with the other one.
Yes.
That's how code words work.
Oh my god, that person is like Dragon Sunny. They have animals riding on them.
Oh my gosh. Hot. Oh my gosh.
I had no idea you were a scaling.
Me neither before just now.
So, Chance looks to Solas. I'm going to start walking in a direction before we start trying to kill each other. Any objections?
wish my friends could just be friends with each other.
Good.
Excalibur shit is this? A sword in the tree?
Oh, I hadn't seen that up there. Whoa, that is a big ass sword.
That's a big frickin' sword.
I
Do we become warlord of this place?
Is that like a two-handed version of a? Is that like a giant's two-handed sword?
It's like a branch.
It is a fairly sizable sword, yes. The blade itself, what you can see protruding out of the trunk as you approach this area, the trunk, the blade that you can see is about 13 feet long.
Look, I'm not saying Chance has a potion of giant size.
But Chance does have a potion of giant size.
Okay, let's first ask the guy about the sword.
So there is to set the stage, meditating underneath a weeping tree next to a pond is a very scarred and crippled dragonborn. Their eyes are white and partially gouged out on the left. And as you begin to approach, it looks at you. It looks in your direction, sniffs the air. I smell outsiders.
Hello, friend.
Oh.
These are not names that I have heard for a while.
Friend?
Yes.
Well, that's too bad.
You smell curious.
Yeah, we are curious, for sure. Curious about your lovely home here. Oh my gosh, that's quite the tree, and there seems to be a rather large sword sticking out of it. What's that about?
Yes. Long ago, the dragon attacked the last settlement that was here. It tore from its skin a sword. It plunged it into the earth. And it shattered the caverns below, creating crystal upon crystal.
I'm just writing furiously.
I'm failing to keep up with my own picture. There we go.
From the place where the sword came from, grew a tree. And from that tree I emerged.
Wow.
And Onolambo has grown around me.
So, are you the oldest person in Onolembo?
Maybe. I do not know what everyone else looks like or how old they may be. I do not know how long I was in that egg for. But I am the... Yes. You smell more like my kind than I am used to.
Can I ask a technical question?
Go ahead.
How much longer do you think you can keep that voice going for?
Quite a while, actually. I found, because I wore my voice out in a variety of ways in previous sessions of both this and my other game, for, doing doing raspy voices, so I learnt how to do, raspy voices safely.
Good to know.
That's good. Safety first.
So I'm not actually putting much pressure on my voice, as it were. I'm just kind of like talking as I breathe out.
You're very fancy with this.
This is what you get for being the life partner of a musician. Like, you learn a lot about this shit that you don't intend to.
It's nice.
Anyway.
That's a very interesting origin story. Is there any sort of prophecy surrounding the sword, or does it just stay there?
There are many prophecies, though I cannot say which ones are right and which ones are wrong. I am the keeper of the stories, not the arbiter of truth.
That's so cool.
Do you know any stories? Okay, every time we meet somebody who buy with a tree, they all seem to know about. You give something to say. Grass blowing and leaves falling.
Grass growing. The grass grows, Sunny.
I specifically said that you're only supposed to. I said it for a reason, and everyone was like, "Yeah, Arazid, you fucking idiot! Of course, that's how it works." I'm fine.
Ollie's gonna pat Arazid on the back. But yes, sir, keeper of stories, not arbiter of truth. The grass grows. And I'll look at him meaningfully.
They nod, kind of like going like, yes, very interesting. I have heard that this can happen.
Yes.
You sound concerned.
Well, I haven't seen much of grass growing. Apparently, grass used to grow quite a bit in the olden times, the times before now.
I have heard of that too. As you can see, there is some grass that yet grows around me. And he touches the grass.
Wait, he's been sitting on grass this entire time?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite
And he's
dry.
riding him.
Yes, this is finally the session where you guys get to touch grass.
We were touching
Yes,
grass.
we get
in
to touch
Splat's
the
palace.
Oh, shh!
Alright, game over.
Wait,
You've
tell me about
touched
random
grass.
grass break. Normally people respond to that differently, and there's a lot of people that respond to that weirdly.
Yes. I recall a traveller many decades ago now who talks about those things. What was his name again? Aegis.
Aegis!
You know of him.
Yeah, he lives in cave with big stone tree.
He really gets around,
He is very long-lived. I imagine he has had time to consider travelling.
He founded a city, then got kicked out of it.
That is unfortunate. Does he still live?
Yeah. He lives with Arazid's sister.
Who is
Somebody give the
Arazid?
NPC the talking.
me.
Nice to meet
Nobody
you.
give him context for that sentence.
The Rocky talkie so they can reconnect.
If you want to talk to him, you can. I have a rocky talkie.
And here I was calling it stone like phone.
Stone phone, rocky talkie.
They
Same
could work.
difference.
You have a stone of long distance communication.
Yeah.
I thought those had all been destroyed during the Civil War.
Why would they do that? It's such a useful thing.
Wait. Civil War? Where? Do we know about a civil war?
The war between the rise and the fall. It got to a point about 100 years ago now where they could not deal with one another in the same city. Tensions grew, and they grew, and eventually fighting broke out, and it threatened to destroy all of Onelembo.
What's an Onelembo?
We are currently in it.
This is
Oh.
Onelembo.
Sorry, Sunny new here.
These walls. And this individual reaches out to like touch the wall that the tree like neighbors against. Everything within these walls has stood for hundreds of years. And an argument almost threatened to destroy us. That is why we have the law. I can hear that you are confused. The rise and the fall can only now publicly discuss their views in more constructive ways to society. Instead of fighting in the city and threatening to destroy it. Instead, they read poetry. They race Gimbe.
I'm glad they were able to
Gimpy.
solve the differences.
Yes.
I'm getting such no. God damn it, I've forgotten that book series. Nope, I'm gonna have to look that damn thing up. I'm getting vibes of a book series that had people solving their disputes by not killing each other.
I'm sure a few have done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one was taking place in the middle of a desert, and
Huh.
they used a lot of boats that were wind powered.
Well, if you ever remember what it is, please
It had song in the name.
link it.
Basic conflict resolution.
The Wind Singer? No, that's a completely different type of thing. That was a good book.
It had something to do with an ancient device that would make music when wind blew through it.
A harmonica.
The Wind Singer!
Holy shit, that was actually it.
I read it like over a decade ago last.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was a while
remember
back.
anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if subconsciously I remembered a part of it for this campaign. So I was writing and I was like, oh, that would be really cool if we did this.
Yeah, it had that weird S symbol that you had to slot into the thing to make it
Yeah.
work.
And it was like tangled to this like weird like necromancer skull lady's like hair.
Everyone look for an S in town.
How would I do that when I can just try and find a longbow?
Chance
Oh my
is
God.
just too proud to admit that he hasn't reached practicing S yet. He's still only at L in the alphabet.
Chance?
You've been learning to write, right?
No, it's a Arazid. Chance knows how to write.
Ah.
He's the one teaching Arazid.
I thought you were both learning, you were just slightly further ahead.
No, Chance is proficient in calligraphy.
Oh, nice. So he's just been practicing.
Yeah, he basically just sits and practices.
I imagine Arazid knows most of the alphabet by now. I imagine that he's up to like MN territory.
Ooh, bish. Chance is a good teacher. Arazid's an eager learner.
Yeah, but Chance also disappeared for a while. As well as he's very strict. Because he only knows one way of teaching. And that's actively beating people.
Well, anything is an S if you draw an S over it.
How do I delete this?
You go to the mouse symbol option, literally click it, and then hit delete.
I can't even click that other one. Oh wait, yes I can.
There we go.
Yeah,
The DM has control of all!
Yeah, Chance is definitely Rick to Arazid's Morty. Chance is a teacher, but he does it by brute force and occasionally just runs off to do random shit that will probably annoy someone a lot.
Beautiful.
Arazid is just sitting there going, oh no, oh dear, oh dear, oh no.
Oh jeez, Rick.
And then suddenly finds himself married to a woman who's pregnant. It's like, how did I get in this situation?
Except there's a lot less Morty being, Arazid being actively lustful for murder and sticking up to Chance in a very aggressive way. Well, they've actively tried to kill him first.
And there
It's
was
different.
the other bit where technically nobody was trying to kill him when he did that. Except Hunger. Hunger was trying to kill him.
Anyway. We got at most 20 minutes left. We can talk about that stuff after the game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I believe that this figure was describing to you the Civil War. That had happened.
Oh yes.
So the rise and fall started the Civil War?
Yes.
They seem to want very different things.
They want the same thing. They just think there are different ways of approaching it and that the other side are completely wrong and idiots.
Normal religion then.
I know 2 people like that in the party.
Oh jeez, it's a mirror, Rick. After the Civil War was resolved and the law was introduced, the council was created. Always an odd number, so that we would never have a draw. There is a war chief, a chief of ancestry, and a chief of socioeconomics. I know it is a bit of a mouthful. I am the chief of ancestry. I sit here and I remember.
You have a very good memory.
What's your name, friend?
Omoja.
Amoja, do you remember how that floating island came to be?
I am not that old, I'm afraid.
Has anyone ever gone to it to explore?
Many times.
Mm-hmm.
They have never returned. The people that we sent after them to find out what was happening also never returned.
Oh no.
Our ships could get up there, But that does not mean much when there are things inside that apparently swallow us whole and do not let us go. So we do not go there anymore.
Makes sense.
You may want to learn more from one of my fellow chiefs.
Which chief? The war chief?
Yes, in the house to my right lives Tia. He is the war chief. Well, while she is not the most helpful in war matters, Osika, in the house to my left, she would be a person you should talk to as well.
What's her name?
Osika.
And she's the chief of economics?
Yes. We call her the People's Chief.
I wonder why you aren't the people's chief. Stories and memories are important.
They are, but not as much as listening to their current woes. And I have enough of listening to ancient documents being read out to me, listening to travelers telling their tales, listening to the sounds of the earth.
Well, if you ever want to hear more, son, you know, lots of tales to tell. We'd be busy.
I would like that very much. But for now I must rest soon.
Have a good night. Thank you for telling us so much.
I hope that you all find safety. And they begin to fall back into a deep meditation.
At some point between this session and next session, Sonny's gonna talk his goddamn ear off.
So, that is what is happening in this group. What has Chance been up to?
He's returned to the market. He's looking for a longbow.
Okay. And a longbow is something you are able to find. It is just opposite the guy who was selling all those little swords. He is now wearing the armor you sold him earlier. He gives a big thumbs up and he's like, hello again, Chief!
Greetings, my friend.
How does it fit, eh?
Oh, it looks beautiful on you, my good friend. Looks like you'll be well protected in case any shady individuals try to swindle you out.
Oh, thank you! And he clangs on, like, his breast. And it's like, dung, dung, dung. It's very obvious it's, like, hollow and ill-fitting on him.
God, so many terrible plate armor memes.
He'll turn and kind of look to the person with the bow that's still in the bows and kind of walk up. Greetings, friend.
Greetings. Are you here to shoot your shot?
Well, I'm looking to... It's been a while since I've held the bow, but I'm looking to get another. What are your options?
Are you looking for bamboo or hardwood?
What are the benefits of each?
Bamboo, bendier, slightly more durable. Doesn't quite have the same power or reach. Hardwood, opposite. More power, further range, but harder to use.
Probably the hardwood. How much is it?
One hardwood longbow would be, let me just check my catalogue. That would be 50 gold pieces, please.
Do you sell arrows as well, or is that someone else?
I sell arrows as well, of course. I have a gold piece for a whole set.
How much in a set?
20. And I even throw a quiver in for that price. But only with the purchase of a bow.
I'll take 2 bundles of arrows and the bow, so that'll be 52.
Yes, 52.
Alright, Chance will take out coins and hand over 52 gold. So that brings me down to 288 left. That gets me a longbow, which I need to set up.
That would be 278, I believe. You had 340 gold, not 350. Oh, no. Yeah.
I have 40 arrows. Kind of situates the quiver and kind of slings the bow across his back of it.
It looks good on you, my friends. Hey.
He has like the quiver kind of like off his side, like kind of hanging like just below his sword.
Give it a go. Look, I have this shiny new armor. You have shiny new bow. Come on.
What? You want me to try and shoot you?
Nah, it's not really. I am just joking.
You gotta like points at him, like, waving a finger, like you.
No, you. You have to learn here in this town that quite a lot of us are jokesters. It is the only way that we can let the solitude fester quietly. Another joke!
So, by the way, if I was to sell my talents as a sellsword, would it just be the war chief that would be interested, or is there other people who have problems that need resolving?
The war chief would be the most sensible person to go for, but there is always Kalfani. You will know them when you see them. Big hair, even bigger clothing. Walking around like he owns the place when he does not, but he wants to.
I see. Very well, my friend. Thank you for the information. He kind of like nods a bit as he moves throughout the market again. There's nothing magical here. Like, no, it's clearly selling magical stuff.
There isn't anything clearly marked as such, no.
Alright. He'll kind of like peruse the market a bit, before kind of... He's gonna like head and hang around the hang around, but he's not going to approach Solas alone.
Is Solas still like just kicking it by the pool?
Yeah, so mostly he's just been kind of getting a read on the people around, seeing like how they act and such. So he's just been kind of nice.
Can you roll me an insight, please, Solas?
I can certainly try.
Damn, son. As you sit here, the longer and longer you're sitting here, you watch people more and more. They seem happy on the surface, especially those that are not in the Jam caste. But even the people outside of the most deprived caste, you see that the happiness seems to be kind of very surface level. And past the happiness that they all display that they have is this deep, like, simmering resentment. This imperceptible anger that you just sense as, like, this occasional, like, jab of, like, fight or flight response coming to you when you're just looking at someone who seems to be smiling and chatting to a friend. just makes you recoil. There is a deep anger here in this city.
Are you able to tell where it's directed at? Or...
That's the problem, it seems to be directed everywhere. This one person seems to be angry at the friend that she's talking to, others seem to be just angry at everyone and everything else. It is like if you trap 3 people in a room for 50 years, and they are all very, very diverse people. They are going to have some trouble getting along, especially for that long, especially with that level of isolation. As Chance approaches and Solas turns around to see him approach, you notice that the beggar boy has returned.
Does he do anything, or?
He's kind of like sitting on the fountain like next to Solas, and he's like eating this bread, but in this very like, oh, I am just so eating my bread right now. If only someone would come and talk to me. It's like a really weirdly obvious way he's doing it. He's kind of like, he's chewing like really exaggeratedly, and he's like trying to make eye contact with Chance or Solas.
As he's sat down, without even looking at the kids, like, I imagine it's just so blatant that he can, notice it out the corner of his eye.
Yeah. Especially with that fucking insight, man.
Yeah. And he's just sat there like, what does it give?
You guys are out of towners.
Yes?
Can you take me out of town?
I can assure you that no matter how horrible this place may be to you, a week will go is much worse.
That's what the last guy said.
As
How about if you walk out into the desert for a night, you'll realize how dangerous it truly is.
I know! I did that already. I didn't like it. That's why I want to travel with you.
I mean, unless you want to go to the floating island.
Oh, no! And he, like, falls off of the fountain in, like, shock when you just mention it.
Fortunately for you, me and my friends are idiots.
You know what? Maybe I don't want to hang around with you after all. Okay, bye! And it begins to just run off.
Solas gives him a kind smile as he walks up.
Oh, baby.
But it's like one of those smiles that's got a hint of sarcasm.
Yeah, fair. That's warranted. And what are the other 4 doing?
I think we finished talking to a dragon, so...
Just watching this guy meditate.
I am going to go and see the war chief. I don't know about the rest of you.
As Chance kind of sees people heading towards there,
Oops, sorry.
Chance wants to go talk to War Chief. He wants... That sounds like an actual interesting person to talk to.
We got like 5 minutes left.
I was gonna call it there.
Ollie is just marveling at the beauty of this other tree.
We could go see him tomorrow and rest now. Which also means that Sunny has the option to inspiring leader the lot of you, just in case a fight breaks out. Because, you know, Chance is going into a room with a warlord.
Arguably one of the worst situations.
Yeah, I really feel sorry for the warlord. Alright, so some people are getting set to go and talk to the war chief. There was another one that was mentioned. Is anyone intending on heading straight there? No.
Sunny is not passing up on the opportunity to make a new friend.
Alright.
It's not happening.
In that case,
Well,
we'll call it there.
Neither me nor Matt will be here next week.
Yee. Well, thank you.